welcome back to Traffic Talk. I've kind of just gotten myself together and I'm actually in such high spirits right now. You know, I said last week with this whole coronavirus, like I'm not really stressed or anything like that, but I am just normally cautious, as one should be, and not putting myself in any like dumb situations. I honestly can't even remember what I need to update you guys on and not, because it's honestly just been such an upheaval to keep everything together, and I've recorded several podcasts that haven't gone live because of editing issues, or like with last week I wasn't comfortable with what I said. When in doubt, don't. That's a phrase that I like live by a lot of the time. So I was doubting it and I was struggling editing it, and I'm just like, it's all signs to just not do it. So I didn't. There have been previous podcast episodes that I've recorded and not used and uploaded for various reasons. So I keep thinking like, what did I mention that I told you guys, or what did I mention that I didn't put in a podcast so that I can like say it again and make sure, because I reference things and then I realize, but I never uploaded that particular recording. So you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, clean slate. You know, I'm over the hump of being, you know, brand new to it. So I'm still a newbie. I will be for like a year or more. I'm getting there slowly but surely, and I'm enjoying it as I do. My high spirits right now is because, as you guys know, I started a new job and it's been hectic traveling with the virus that broke out. Schools have been closed in South Africa and there are no school children having to go to school. So instead of waking up at 4:30, 5 o'clock that I usually do, I'm up at 5:30, like 5:45, and I leave at about 6:30, 7:45. And I actually left at 6:30 this morning and got to work at 7 o'clock. So I still have like an hour gap. And out of the blue, my boss contacts me and tells me, okay, look, I've already shifted your co-worker to working from home. So I'm going to do the same thing to you because, you know, we're waiting for the president's announcement later tonight and everyone's just unsure. So we're moving you home. So I'm officially working from home. It's so good. Because honestly, petrol-wise, I literally had to just fill up my tank, and I do this once a week. Can you imagine having to fill up your car every single week? And that's literally just to get you from home to work and from work back home. And then your tank's empty for the week and you didn't go anywhere. It's frustrating and annoying, and not having that is going to be amazing. Not having to get up at the crack of dawn, especially with the winter that's coming for us here in South Africa, is amazing. I'm so looking forward to it, even if I'm working from home. I do think I have quite good discipline when it comes to actually doing the work. And I said I'm quite comfortable contacting my boss and saying, look, I am awake, I am up, I'm working, it's fine, like, don't stress. I've got no issues about that. But furthermore, I've got no issues about working from home. My brother is currently at home, so that will be fun, because I don't usually see him like when he's working. So with him waiting for the contract to come through and stuff for the new job, you know, he's at home as well, and my father runs his own company, so he has to be at work. But obviously precautions are being taken with his safety and health. And my mom and sister are currently in another part of the country, namely Port Elizabeth. So for those of you who don't know, it's a 14-hour drive by car, about an hour and a half flight, which honestly no one's getting on because of the virus. Mom and sister are far away, and I'm sad because my sister's in school, meaning she's busy with school holidays at the moment, and I usually take a couple of random days off to just spend time with the both of them, because, you know, there's no running around, there's no having to rush to do this, rush to do that. You know, your days are free and empty. So I like to take a day here and a day there and maybe take my sister out with her friends, or take my mom and my sister out for the girls' day and just do lunch or something, or even just take a day off and spend it with them doing whatever they want. You know, I'm like, I'm taking this day off, let me know what you want and we'll do it, even if it's just sitting at home chilling, and that's the best. I'm missing them. I'm not even sure when they're coming back. A family member is ill, not with a virus. It's my uncle. He's had a lot of heart surgeries and things like that, so that's been acting up again, and luckily he wasn't infected. He's back home, he's safe, he's virus free, and my mom's just gone to help out and assist where she can, and my sister is actually helping my cousin with her 2 sons, because both of them obviously have to stay home. She's working, her husband's working, and it's just crazy. So they have a caretaker, you know, taking care of the house and stuff, and also to watch the 2 kids. But having my sister there is just that little bit of extra assistance and insurance that they will be fine and taken care of, and like the cleaner can clean and do whatever she needs to do. So there's that, and it's been sad because I can't talk to them and see them, and you know, I was calling them the whole weekend and chatting to them here and there, but it's not the same as sitting down for a long conversation like we usually do. But I think it's a good taste of social distancing that we all need to be practicing. I've realized I'm someone who doesn't mind talking for hours over the phone. That was interesting to learn. Like, I will call someone up and just chat their ear off, and that's fine. A lot of other people do not like talking on the phone. My cousin's girlfriend in particular. I literally called him up and was like, I know she doesn't like talking on the phone. And he had me on loudspeaker without me knowing, and he's like, she's literally nodding her head right here and saying she knows me so well. Because I do. I know she doesn't like talking on the phone. She'll rather text. And I'm just like, I need to get a point across and ask a few questions, and texting is not going to help that situation. And my cousin, who is her boyfriend, knows the situation and knows what's going on. So I can just call him and ask him. Saves time, saves effort, saves energy. It's just a win-win. But regardless of that, I know she doesn't like talking on the phone, and there are people who don't. And for those people, I know them. I won't call them. I'll text them. Other people, I will call and talk the ear off. So the social distancing is really not an issue for me. It's more of just missing my family because I don't get to see them as often as I'd like, especially with the hours that I work with this new job. But hopefully working from home will remedy some of that, if not all, which is really, really fun. I'm currently on my way home, actually. I'm actually sad that I won't be recording these podcasts on the go, which may make editing much easier on me, because I can sit down, I can think about it, I can get all my words out, or even just do a rough draft of a bullet point or something and then speak. And also I won't have to like wait for like sounds of hooters or indicators or stuff blocking the sound, if that makes sense. Really, once I do, what's a goal I can set? I think 6 months of solid podcasting, I will upgrade my microphone. I think that's a good goal to set, because I'm literally forking out my own money for this. I make nothing. I have no sponsors, as you guys clearly know, and I have no idea how to monetize it. I'm not sure how to do that. Not that I'd honestly be interested in it, because I just truly enjoy doing this. I enjoy recording it and uploading it and editing it and the whole shebang, and it's interesting and enjoyable and fun for me. So we'll see what happens in the future. I'm not saying I will never do that, but it's gonna be an expense up front, which I'm willing to do because I enjoy it. But like I said, 6 months and then I'll upgrade. I might even buy one secondhand and just use that. I'll see what I do. Maybe I can even borrow one from someone who's not using theirs. But I'll see. So I miss my family, which is what I've spoken about. I've set a 6-month goal. I will update you guys next week on working that out, because this year apparently has 53 weeks instead of the usual 52 because of the extra day, which is honestly blowing my mind. That is where we are at this year. Like 2020 clear vision, I'm not seeing things clearly, so that needs to be updated and upgraded. Furthermore, I wanted to just talk about gratitude for a second. I remember writing this down this morning and saying, like, this afternoon's podcast I want to record, I want to do gratitude. I'm so grateful I get to work from home. I'm so grateful I have a job. I know the economy is not great, and especially with this virus, work from home jobs or jobs that can be done remotely are gonna skyrocket. And people like domestic workers, people who are construction workers, people who work physically with their bodies are gonna struggle. There are some people who can afford to pay their domestics and pay their workers and such for not coming in the sake of just human interest and being safe and cautious. But there are a lot of people who can't afford to do that and aren't willing to do that. And for the sake of the greater humanity, that's disappointing. But being grateful that I am able to do what I do and have this opportunity to work from home has been such a relief. As you guys know, the half sideswipe accident thing was a nerve for my family, and it's going to be a huge relief that I'm able to work from home. So there are blessings in disguises that I think a lot of us don't see and don't count, and being able to count them and see them and be aware of them and take stock of them and keep them at the forefront is something I definitely want to emphasize for this week, as well as just being grateful for, you know, your health, whatever state it is in. And having the ability to get better and do better and be better is definitely something we should all just take into account and take stock of. And like I said, be grateful. And I don't mean it in like, oh, you ungrateful, you need to look at your life. I'm saying whether you are practicing gratitude actively or even just occasionally, and you be like, that happened and I'm grateful for it, you know. The more you look for it, the more you'll find it, and be happy in the small joys in life, because this small thing that I'm being grateful for is going to have a big impact. And I almost didn't get it. Literally, I had 2 phone calls with my boss this morning, one telling me you can work from home, and the follow-up saying no, you can't work from home, I've changed my mind. And that is one thing that upsets me. And I thought, you know what? Asking is free. The worst thing you can say is no. And I will argue my point because I need to work from home. So when he decided to backtrack, I kind of pushed it a little. And here I am going to work from home tomorrow. So I'm happy that I did that, because I had to just kind of emphasize the point of, this will work out, I can do it, and you know, I'm willing to do whatever insane requirements you have of me to ensure that I am working, I am doing what I was told, I am being productive in terms of working hours, but I want to do it from home. I mean, I brought up once again the accident that happened and all the things associated with that. You know, it's the accident, it's the leaving early, it's all these petrol expenses that just add up every time. Like, it's a lot of things to do just to be in an office when there's no need for that. And there is some things I need to come into the office to do, but not having to get up at 5:30 in the morning to do it is a blessing that I'm willing to definitely tick off and say thank you that I don't have to do that anymore, because it was killing me, guys, killing me. So having this bit of leeway will do me the world of good. And even though my boss emphasized the point of, look, this is temporary, we're waiting for the announcements, we are getting all the things, like, it's a temporary thing, you need to understand that. And I'm like, I get it, but even just a month of relief is fine. And having to come in once or twice a week to do my work that I need to do in the office on that particular equipment is something I'm willing to do happily, because I don't have to stress about coming into the office at the crack of dawn. I don't have to stress about getting up early and being worried about oversleeping. I don't have to worry about the crazy drivers on the road that early in the morning, and I don't have to stress myself out about the times that I'm going to come home, the time that I'm leaving home, the time that I need to make in order to get to work on time. So it's all the small things that add up to the bigger picture. And having this month, maybe I'm crossing fingers, guys, cross fingers, 2 months, 1 to 2, emphasizing the 2, and just that extra bit of time to give me some leeway, because I'm forking out so much money on petrol alone, and that doesn't even cover anything from, I need to have lunch every day. I'm up so early, I need to take a lot of stuff because I'm up at 4:30, I eat at 5:30, like 8:30, 9:30, when work's supposed to be starting, I am starving. And then there's lunch, and then there's like a late afternoon snack. It's not cool. So it's all the small things that add up to the big expenses. And not having petrol for 1 month, maybe even 2, it's gonna be heaven. So I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but I do want to be grateful for what I got and what I'm about to receive. And they say make you thankful. I am already thankful. So just being grateful is kind of what I want to take away. Being grateful, I kind of want to do what I feel is something that's going to become like a big thing for me, which is my song of the week. This is the song I want you to take with you. Sometimes it'll be 1 song, sometimes it'll be 2. But the song for this week is IDGAF by Dua Lipa. We just gotta let go of the stress and the things, and you just not give any single, because there's only so much you can do. And that's basically, anxiety is like worrying about the future, and depression is like worrying about the past. So don't mess yourself up by swinging either way and worrying too much about the past and worrying too much about the future, especially with a virus that's so unpredictable, and all the other things going on in the world, and especially in South Africa at the moment. We up in the air, we don't know what's what, and we literally sitting on tenterhooks. So just don't worry about it. Chill out. If you're at home, stay safe. If you're out and about and you need to do it, just take your usual precautions. I mean, I've applauded so many places these days. They're taking their precautions seriously. They are making sure they are trying to be as careful as possible. So just do that. And I'll see you guys next week. Love you. Bye.